Okay, guys. You've been wondering where I have been since the last time I posted a video was Monday. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. You know, been a while, and all I've been doing is since then. It's a straight mess. That's all I got to say. It's a straight up mess. I mean, I was like thinking, there's a finally when I can conquer some, what people keep saying, they're demons or addictions, and I'm not saying I don't have addiction. I think everyone has one. Two, think I've been to, procrastination, phone addiction, and it was like a relapse episode, not the first relapse relapse episode. I mean, from the amount of times I had, you could say it's like a full on sitcom since I'm practically a joke at that point. And it's been going around, and I've been watching YouTube videos, those self improvement ones, not the toxic type, but been watching them, and I just been reflecting, and I guess you could say that it's not like a full introspective, but I just been thinking. I'm on all that frequent influx of contacts, and I'm just thinking like I and I'm just like kind of terrified by how I keep taking my phone with me to my bed. Like I know it's like a small thing, but it's like I am willing to like watch so much of this YouTube or whatever I want to do with my phone that I take it with me to bed, and I be there. Let's say I am up, for example, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm willing to be there until like what 10 o'clock. That's like 3 hours. That's with me, and that's me like after I wake up, I get out of my bed and get to my phone and come back. That's like so many hours on top of me always sleeping in my bed. It's ridiculous. It's kind of unhealthy, and I'm just thinking like I never had like if this phone was like either my child or either my child or my relationship romantically, water, or a friendship, then clearly I've been like not setting up boundaries and hold on. As you can see, this is just one of my yapping sessions, and I've just been thinking like this is like unhealthy, and I've been letting it like I've been on my phone so much that I cannot really sit down. You know, like I can sit down, but not fully sit down. If you get my point, I mean, it's kind of like to the point that it's kind of like a ADHD thing, which is kind of because kind of weird because I don't know if I really have ADHD, but it's like I'm giving off ADHD vibes when I'm not in my vote, listening to a bunch of music or watch a bunch of YouTube videos, all that, yeah, which is kind of disturbing, kind of weird. And I just like been thinking a lot about like my over reliance of like me not being able to be in my room or whatever in total silence for like more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and that's just me being generous. And I'm just like thinking I lost my skill to focus, really sit down and do my work or something, not even schoolwork and all that, sit down and not have like a phone or water silence. And the only times I actually do that, it's like me swimming, and by now I would be doing that, but it's flipping winter. It's ridiculous. And I'm not doing those cold bad things right now because one is winter, so not only I be cold, getting out of it, and I be more cold because it's flipping winter, and now I'm getting fluish because I'm getting runny nose. This is an issue. this thing that's part of my body is forever like sneezing as if it's like flexing cash. Well, oh, well. So I'm just like, so, I had moments when I'm in my bed and I'd be on my phone inside my bed way longer than I should be, and I'd be going through like YouTube Shorts when I'm in my phone, and I'm just dead staring at my phone. I'm just thinking like, is this my life right now? Sitting there in that bed, out on end, and I'm just staring blankly at ridiculous context, and I'm like, and I did have a few moments of laugh, but I don't really remember the videos that made me laugh. And some of them are like the ones that made me laugh hard. Not very, very hard, because at that point I should remember it, but made me laugh hard. So I'm just thinking like, blanky, like, is this how I want to spend my morning? Is this how I want to want to start my day? Is this how this the first action I want to do in this brand new day? It may be a same old day, but it's a brand new day. But it's quite honestly ridiculous. It really is. So I started thinking, why not do an experiment for myself? Like, why not? What would it look like for the whole month of June for me to not have my phone? Why did I do this? Because I've been watching like some videos on where this one channel did it, where there's like few channels that did experiment of like, for example, like they quit like music streaming and they focus on physical media, for example CDs and vinyls and all that physical media, anything physical, and they spend a whole month, and I'm just watching them because I'm like, I want to live life like that. And I keep thinking that some thinking like, you know what, why not start? Okay, I wouldn't say start now. I've been perplexed on it, and I tried to do it like somewhere when it was like still field days of like May. Okay, technically right now it's still May, but it's like the last day of May, more like the earlier last days of May of 2025. So I'm thinking, for this experiment for myself, what would it look like for me to not have my phone for entire month of June 2025? Because one, the only reason I thought of this because I'm tired of like being like in my bed and constantly like listening to music or wada, and I consume non-stop noise. So I just want to take a break from it, since I don't really remember when it was the last time when I haven't been like that much in my phone, fully not with my phone. That's like before I had my first phone. Kind of interesting because I did have moments when I didn't really. I did have like day moments, hours, days, maybe even kind of like really weeks. But I think that was like some point. That's like earlier days when I didn't really fully be on my phone, and I just ended up being like reading and all that. But I think I'm just losing the skill of focus, really like be captivated to read something, or really go do outdoor things or what any activities outside of being on my phone. So I want to give this a try for the whole month of June and see what happens. But then again, knowing me, I could have moments of relapse to betray myself in challenge, but I gotta keep this promise to myself. And if I keep saying that, I end up backstabbing myself and do the thing I say I'm not supposed to be doing. That's like manifesting my fate already. So I gotta acknowledge but refuse those thoughts. So I want to give this a try. That's a lot of things I want to say on this episode, even though it's been like close to a week apart since episode one. Not a great start, but I'm trying to be consistent, even though I'm not consistent. But I want to try this out, and let's see of this no phone challenge for the month of June 2025. Let's see. I don't know. What would I look like without my phone? Because one, that means it's like I would need to see because I need because by that logic, shouldn't I? Why do you? Okay, let me breathe out. I've been talking a lot and holding on the breath, so let's breathe out. Okay, much better. For whatever what it is. Um, how would that work? Why did I say just a phone? Shouldn't a laptop count? I would say yes, but then again, I would still want to continue making whatever YouTube channel it's is this. I want to continue it. I guess because there's nothing better to do, and plus I always want to like document myself, but it's kind of hard to like sit down and write all my thoughts on one page on my notebook because I can make a whole writing thing, and I don't want to write a lot, so I might as well record myself. So why not? Also, I would still need a device in some way since I have people's numbers and I still want to talk to them. And by getting rid of devices, I would lose the communication I would need, whether it's like work related or personal personal things related. So I can't give up my laptop. So I'm just gonna sacrifice my phone and keep my laptop because the laptop normally is associated with because with the laptop it always has like some levels association with work already, so it kind of goes easier. Plus it loses the specialty of smartphones of portability, so I can't go around and carry my laptop. That's literally ridiculous, and it's not built for that, so it's still gonna make the challenge actually hard. And why am I doing this other than wanting to focus and all that again? Because like I also want to get like I'm trying to learn about. I know it's stupid and people also say that, especially people same gender as me, but trying to figure out what it means to be a man. Because look, I'm not gonna go to personal things. It's kind of boring and very long and counterintuitive and reductive. But since as you can see, it's winter. I got, I guess snot. You can say that, but not really. It's just runny nose thing. So I'm just wiping it off my face, even though it's disgusting and unhygienic. So I wouldn't recommend anyone else to do this. It's just a nasty habit of mine. Why would I say I want to be a man, and how would my phone relate to that? By losing focus, I'm losing a kind of confidence because if I don't really have focus to do my work, it gives me stress and kind of anxiety because how can I present myself in this way to new people or to myself, and how can I accomplish my goals? Like I have like ambitions, but I would still need goals. And then if I don't have focus, that means I don't have clarity. If I don't have clarity, I don't really have sense of like identity. If I don't really have sense of identity, I wouldn't do my goals, and I'll be unsure of my goals. And if I do that, then I can't accomplish my dreams or ambitions. And when I can't do that, that gives me fear, anxiety, or uncertainty about everything. And it's like a whole loop. Like I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like so, I want to see how this goes, even though I'm in the middle of exams. So I can't sound really cooked yet since it's only been like kind of second week, not really, but I guess one full week of exams. So yeah, so I want to see how this try and what I've learned so far before giving my phone away out of my own accord and volition for this challenge is that don't I have like I have become I have now I've developed dependency over reliance and loss of boundaries with my phone. So I guess to really make this thing work, I think I just wanted to see what would it look like without me having a phone. Obviously, I can see myself having lots of boredom because I wouldn't be constant influx. But then again, you could say wouldn't you just watch a YouTube or what on that? Which is true. I'm capable of that, and I've done it several times. So I'm just going to try to mitigate that. But the only thing I want to do relating to YouTube is just grow this YouTube channel of my this channel of my within this platform. So I want to see if I can really do that. So right now I'm just recording this through my laptop to really do my no phone June challenge for 2025. Because if I can't focus and all that, I wouldn't be able probably survive out of school. So I want to see what I want my life to be. But even then, I want to really test it out because ever since these ideas and things, I'm really kind of invested of how a because obviously I would need a smartphone and a laptop, but what would I like a a smart device life look like? Because I want to see because obviously I'm still having like a smartphone and a laptop in the future, but not like a source of entertainment, only like tools for goals, accomplishing my goals, or just work related. And I'm thinking of like wanting a cell phone, not a smartphone, a cell phone when I get out of school. I'm interested in that lifestyle, but let me see. Let me at least try no phone challenge to see if I really want to do it or not. But I am interested in doing it in the future. But for now, let's see what would that life be like with no smartphone. Yeah, that's a lot of things I want to say, but that's like the gist of it. And I'll probably do more topics, hopefully every day, since I'm not doing thumbnails, no scripts, and no editing. Yeah, since I'm doing no thumbnails, scripts, and editing, I want to hopefully do this every day since I'm not doing these three things that I've said like twice, maybe three times already. Uh, let's give it a shot. Why not? Even then, I don't have anything better than do other than study. And we all know studying is hella boring. This has been brought to you by my channel. So, yeah.